Here we are. Here we are at Effingham Junction. Why are we at Effingham Junction? Well, it's because during our adventures, we've seen the countryside, and now we're about to go and see some of the biggest city areas that this place has in store for us. So today, we are leaving the countryside, and we are taking a trip to a very royal place indeed. Our train should be here any moment, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. There she is, folks. The train. There she is. Magnificent. Next stop is Windsor. We are in Windsor, the most royalist of places in the UK, with Windsor Castle. But before we go to the castle to meet King himself, we've got to take ourselves to occupy a boat. We're going to commandeer a vessel. This place looks awesome. But it's down here. There's a castle in the distance, but we'll show more of him later. But look at this. It gives me a lot of York vibes, definitely. Definitely feels like York. Look at that, that's actually mad. I've never seen so many swans in one place. Jesus Christ, that's mad. Look at that, there's a bar on a boat. Bro, we're on the boat. We've got the boat to ourselves. Look at him. Jesus Christ. Never seen a duck like that before. Jesus Christ, look at you. There's a Lady Helen accommodating her boat. I mean, we did a boat river trip in York, a boat river trip in Prague. Maybe this is going to be the content from now on. We have to just take river trips. Shout out your favourite destination for a future river trip. There's no hand sanitizer. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this moment of the video just to get a little bit sentimental now for a second. Just before we go and have our amazing adventure around Windsor, and so far I hope you've enjoyed the video, and there's a lot more cool, funny moments and things like that to come. But I just wanted to take this moment to explain that this year has been an impeccably difficult one. For the last 3 years, you've followed me and Helen. Well, for the last 6 years, you've followed me and Helen through the forms of videos and vlogs on the Tom Origins channel, the main channel, and then over onto the Tellen channel as well, the Lord and Lady Tellen, which has a whole story and background to it. But you followed along with us on our holidays, adventures, anniversaries, birthdays, and whatnots. And you guys know how much we care for one another, how much we have just such a laugh making these videos together, and how much of an impact Helen's had on my life overall. Like, honestly, I can't give credit to this girl enough. She has put me in some of the best frames of minds that I could possibly get into, some of the best positions in life I could possibly be in. She has given me everything and more that a life partner is supposed to give you, and I can't be more grateful for her. She surprised this trip for me, because she knows how much of like a nerd I am for things like this. And honestly, she surprised this whole boat trip thing, and she's amazing. She's honestly amazing. And this last year has been super difficult. We lived together for the last 3 years, and this whole year has been so difficult at times, because it's been our first year in 3 years where we've been forced apart. She's been crushing it at work and making me so proud and making herself so proud. And honestly, she's been fantastic this year, doing really good and progressing that to a whole new level, which I'm super proud of her for, because it is not an easy task, and it's one that's going to take a lot of challenges, and she's definitely got the facilities to take them on and succeed, because she's just one of those people. And honestly, I've missed her so much this year. It's been so hard for both of us, and obviously living apart after being together for 3 years, living in a what's it called? Sort of lifestyle where it's like just perfectly together. We worked together, we went home together, woke up together, made breakfast for each other, tea for each other. We just basically coexisted for 3 years, and we fell in love with it. And even through lockdowns and university struggles, we just took on our sort of adult life together. And now to be without each other for this whole last year has been really difficult. So days like this, situations like these, make me so grateful and so glad to have someone like her in my life, even if it means seeing her sometimes 3 days a week. She means the world to me, and she's phenomenal. There's a cool fountain in the distance, and we've just had a very nice trip up the Thames.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Helen's good idea. The French brothers gave us a lovely river cruise up the Thames.
The castle.
And there's the castle. We're going to look at that later this afternoon, but
Hello, Charles, King Charles.
for now, we're starving, so it's food time.
Nando's just right next to Windsor Castle.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's Windsor Castle, and there's a McDonald's.
That's so weird.
We're not going to McDonald's. We're posher than that. We're going to Wetherspoon because we're going to go to the King and Castle Wetherspoons. Oh my God, Helen! Look at the size of that donut. Jesus Christ!
Tom,
What?
come in for a free fudge sample.
Oh, don't tempt me. Maybe later, Helen. Helen, we've lost Helen.
Honest burger.
Honest Burger, yeah. There you go. Support our honest local. Wow. Oh, Helen, tell me that's not the coolest Wetherspoons you've ever seen in your life. Bro, King and Castle Wetherspoons. Look at the logo. Jeez. Bro, I don't even know if you're going to get a table in here. Look at this sign. Yo. And then over the street from Windsor Castle. This is the most Wetherspoons I've ever seen in my life. The spiral staircases. Helen, a table. A very accurate statue with the iconic Irish Guards commemorate all of their amazing achievements. Thank you, boys. Thank you greatly. Mine and Helen's plans for the afternoon. Gonna go in my car. Helen's gonna go in hers. Why is there a building like that with just nice cars parked outside? Oh, there's the Aston. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, house reveal. Do-do-do. Look at the gaff. Look at the gaff. Look at the gaff. Nice gaff. Woohoo! Did you? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have seen this on many a public broadcast on the British Telecom network. But this is on private property, therefore we cannot access it. But through these hopefully not electrified fences, if I can try and sneak in and get you a picture of it, through this field of a chain link fence over here in the distance, you can see it through the trees. I'll put a picture up on the screen of it. Is the famous Windsor Monoliseum, I think it's how it's pronounced. Essentially, it's where all famous sort of war people, British people of power, like, it's a mausoleum. So it's essentially like where people who are really famous get buried. It's really cool. It's a really famous building. And like, I've seen it on the telly a load, but I've never actually seen it in person. So basically, in my English class years ago, and if you studied in the UK, let me know, we read a book called Our Big Day Out. And it was about a bunch of Liverpudlian children from Liverpool city centre going on a trip to a farm to see farm animals for the very first time. And it blew their minds because obviously they've been born and bred in a city. They've never ever seen like a wild animal before, like a cow or a farm animal. So I'm just experiencing that now with all these people who are like based out of London city centre, Windsor city centre, all of these like big industrial cities that don't really have sprawling amounts of countryside because, as we can clearly see, it was used by the rich. So for a lot of those kids over there, especially if they're like born and bred in London, they will never have seen like a wild animal. Where like near where I live, me and Helen could take like a 5-minute walk and probably come across several tons of sheep, cows, chickens, whatever. And like, that's what I mean, it's just crazy what people take for granted, which is like on the doorstep. It's mad. Whoa. Kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The Queen and her 6 corgis. What do you know?
Hello!
This is where Helen had brought us.
middle of the fountain.
We're in the middle of the fountains. Great success. I've committed war crimes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been teasing it all day, but Windsor Castle. Because this guy over there has got the goddamn G36. He's got a Kalashnikov. Then over there, this fella's got an MP5. Jesus Christ. If you had plans to mess with Windsor, don't. Tell you what, Paulie boy, you have an awful idea, son. You've gone away to Portugal, 3 hours on plane. Nah, mate, got the sun right here. Got the hams out in the sun, getting a nice tan. All from the comfort of Effingham Junction. Fantastic. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Imagine, that's the view. Look at that view. That's what we've got to walk home to. Basically, we've just been pottering around Windsor all day, having a lovely royal day. The plan was, get back to the train station, get an Uber. Only should take about 6 minutes to get home. No Ubers at 7 o'clock at night. So what are we doing? A 44-minute hike from the train station. After a long ass day. We left the house at 9. It's now 7 o'clock. We've nearly been out 9 to 9 at this point. 9 till 9, should I say. We've been out.
No, we left at 10.
We left at 10?
Left at 10. Yeah.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell. But it's been a successful damn day. We've booked. We've got some news about driving. We'll share that on the channel at some point in the future, once it's all said and done. On top of that, we've secured another group of fans to the Oppenheimer movement. Barbie's alright, but it can jog on. Oppenheimer's better. So, my 2 friends, Danny and Neve, the Genshin enthusiasts, they went to the Trafford Centre, watched Oppenheimer, had a blast. Glad they did. Me and Helen, Helen's not seen it yet, but Helen and I did the Oppenheimer Barbie meme between the 2 of us. I went with my best friend Todd to watch Oppenheimer in the IMAX on opening day. IMAX 70mm, which does make a difference. Then went and watched Barbie in a normal screen with my girlfriend. So we did the meme together. We collaborated on making that meme happen. And it was worth it. I think I enjoy Barbie more because of the meme. I don't think I'd go back and watch Barbie again. However, I am going back and watching Oppenheimer again because my beautiful beloved has not seen it. And it leaves cinemas, at least on the IMAX 70mm, it leaves cinemas on the 10th or 11th, depending what your cinema is doing. But it will leave the cinemas by August 10th. So if you don't see it in 70mm IMAX, the way it's intended to be seen, then you're not going to get to see it after that, I don't think, unless they re-release it at some point. But we secured it for the last day, which is fitting, because I went on opening day and I'll be going on closing day. So that's quite nice. And that'll start off our summer adventure. I mean, we've got London for the next couple of weeks down in the Surrey countryside. I mean, just look at that view. It's beautiful. We've got the beautiful Surrey countryside to explore for the next couple of days. We've been to Wimbledon today. We got off at the train station. I went through the train station. We didn't actually get to film any of Wimbledon, unfortunately, but we did go to Windsor, which was great. Highly recommend it. Must go back. Very good. Very good. Plus Legoland's there, which is sick. On top of that, we are going to a place called Guildford. But subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next clip after we've walked 5,000 miles back home. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Why are there trees everywhere? I don't know. I touched a nettle. No, I thought I did. It wasn't a nettle. We've been walking for miles. Miles. Jesus Christ on a bike. 6 minutes this drive takes. 6. We've been walking for 54 minutes. Welcome to Effingham. drive carefully. I would if I've had a fucking car.
Switch up all the